Mike Moses said he like that conscious shit.
All the best rappers are usually dead. Who the fuck is Mac Miller?
So even though the rap Diablo had horns on his dome piece, he's not the GOAT, he's a
motherfucking Minotaur.
A lot of hip-hop fans don't realize this, but June 18th, 2013 should be a day that goes down in history when it comes to rapper producers. But to understand why, we need to go back and go over all of Mac Miller's rap names and how he used those alter egos to create one of the best hip-hop discographies of all time. If you paid attention back in 2012, you would have heard a preview of Mac Miller's evolution. Every great artist evolves, and while he began his career as a rapper, Mac Miller ultimately transformed himself into an extremely well-rounded musician. Low-key, Mac Miller album definitely gonna hold its own against Kanye and J. Cole if it's anything close to Macadelic. 3 days before his album dropped, I knew something special was coming.
I don't want to be different people. I want to be, Mac Miller is the thing that's working, right? Mac Miller got me where I am today.
Think I'm living paradise, or what I have to worry about. Dealing with these demons for the pressure, find the perfect style.
Even though Blue Slide Park got bad reviews, it still debuted at #1 on Billboard. But then Mac dropped the star-studded mixtape, Macadelic. And he went toe-to-toe with some of the best rappers in the game, including Kendrick, Cameron, and Lil Wayne. Now, most people say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, shout out to Mac because he stepped out of his comfort zone and he tapped into all the musical skills that he developed as a kid to branch out and try something new, even though he was unsure if it was actually gonna work out.
This is gonna ruin everything, dude.
It's dope.
I'm different people at the same time. I hope they accept the other side.
You got it made in that madhouse. What the fuck you gotta be sad about? Go ahead and rap now. Do what you do best. I mean, that's what you do best. Easy Mac with the cheesy raps. Who the fuck is Mac Miller?
I used to go by the name Easy Mac because all the bad names were taken. But there was another rapper from Canada named Easy Mac, and he came at me like, "Yo, I'm the real Easy Mac." And at this point, I'm like, "Take it, man."
Miller Mac, Miller Mac, yeah.
As a child, Malcolm's grandfather gave him the nickname Mac. His brother's name is Miller. That's how we get Mac Miller. And his brother Miller is actually a photographer, illustrator, graphic designer. He's behind the cover art for the majority of his brother's albums, including Blue Slide Park, Watching Movies with the Sound Off, Faces. He even did Good AM, The Divine Feminine, and Live from Space.
All right, so basically, what I really want to do right now is just show the world the Larrys. And the Larrys are basically how I can express myself, it's not me, but they're just kind of friends of mine that represent parts of me.
And I make my own beats now, if you behind.
So there's Larry Fisherman, and he's just, the quiet type. Had a family that he used to provide with fish. He was a professional fisherman, commercially. And then the sushi business really took off, and he wasn't getting the right fish for sushi, so he had to turn to making beats.
Man, Larry Fisherman, you really can make a beat, man.
And there's Larry Dollars. And Larry Dollars, he's incarcerated. He has a really rough past. He's trying to become a contributing member in society through music. And we're just all praying that he gets out before Ja Rule.
So before Watching Me With the Sound Off dropped in 2013, in late 2012, Mac Miller was letting everybody know that he also goes by a different name, which we just heard, Larry Dollars. And this persona allowed him to experiment with different sounds just for the fans. But you see, the thing about it is, every fan wasn't hip to what was really about to happen. Let's take Ant662, for example. He mentioned this alter ego bullshit, that shit. That shit was played out when it started. And then we got this reply. I agree with you, dude. This alter ego stupidity is just an excuse for artists to, I quote, experiment new sounds so that when their new sound is whack and it flops, they're like, oh, that's not me, that's my alter ego. So it's all good. Blame it on my alter ego, not me. If Mac Miller would have given into his own insecurities and doubts, we would never have gotten an amazing album like Watching Moves with the Sound Off. We wouldn't have gotten the Faces. There would be no Divine Feminine. There would be no Swimming album. He wouldn't have produced so many great records, helped SZA, helped Vince. I mean, there's a lot of great producers that rap. I mean, you got Pharrell, you got Dr. Dre, but to be an amazing rapper and to become an amazing producer, Mac Miller cemented himself into that top tier category with the Kanye West, with the J. Coles, with the Tyler, the Creators. And I'm so glad that he decided to move forward and become the greatest version of himself, because honestly, I believe that Mac Miller has one of the best discographies of all time, excluding Jay-Z, and he did it all without a Jay feature. When it comes to replay value, I will put Mac Miller's top 10 mixtape/albums up against any other artist, not just rapper producer. I mean, the guy is goated for real. I was at the studio. To keep all my music in a hard drive, I wanted them to keep it under a different name. So I came up with Larry Dollars. And now I'm producing under that name.
I'll introduce myself. My name is Larry Lovestein.
Larry Lovestein is, you know, it's a bit of love in everyone. You know, Larry Lovestein represents free love and the beauty of that, and just the mystery of love and how much love is an important part of life. You know, it's, you're looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm listening to you, dude. So that's Larry Lovestein.
Now let's talk about the release date. Everybody and their grandma is talking about it's J. Cole versus Kanye West.
Yeah, for sure.
What's up with that, man? Mac Miller is dropping an album. Do you feel left out of the conversation?
No. I mean, it became this huge day, and all I wanted for my album was its own space. And I was like, June 18th. No one's gonna drop June 18th. I'm gonna be straight.
So leave you alone.
Right, I'm just gonna have my own day, and then no one's gonna be focused on anything besides my album. You know, and that's what I need right now. I need people to just like shut up and focus. So Kanye announces his date. I'm like, oh, sick. Out of everybody in the world, like Yeezus is coming. You know what I'm saying? And we're not talking about, you know, I'm not dropping my album the same day as anyone but the man that when he runs into a pole, everyone freaks out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, at first I'm like, great, like I put in all this work to be on by Kanye. And then I thought, nah, because I was like, let me be confident in my music. Like, that's Kanye West. That's one of my favorite of all time.
Right.
You know? But I'm like, this is the perfect way to do it. Like, that this is an omen. There's a reason that this is happening. I don't know what it is, but I think there's some reason. And J. Cole came up with his, like, you know, I want to go against Kanye. Maybe he didn't know I was also dropping, but he didn't want to mention the kid,
right.
Which is cool. No hard feelings. But it's become this really big day, which is exciting, man. It's exciting because everyone's gonna be in the stores and they're gonna buy records again, and everyone's building this competition, and I don't give a about the competition, but like I just want people to listen to the album. So if this whole hype around the day is helping the promotion, then cool. Just make sure you include my name in there.
Right, exactly.
And include Quasimodo too. Quasimodo dropping an album that day.
That's a huge day.
Yeah, it's a huge day. I wanted to run it first, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna hold my ground. I'm gonna drop this album same day.
And at the end of the day, you have a great album.